So we're going to have a look at square and square root of a number. So first of all, we're going to ask the question, what is a square number? A square number is a number that is multiplied by itself. So if it was shown as x squared, x is the number that you are multiplying or squaring. So it would be x squared or x times x. So for example, 2 squared is 4 because 2 times 2 equals 4. Another example is shown in the drawing as well in the diagram. 4 squared is 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. 6 squared would be 36 because 6 times 6 is 36. So one way to look at a square number is if you're working out the area of a square. All the sides on a square are the same length, and to work out the area you multiply the height times the width. As the sides are going to be the same length, you are squaring the number. If you're multiplying the height times the width and they're both the same number, you're simply squaring that number. So the value of x is 10 millimeters, and the value of x squared would be 100 millimeters squared. As shown in the diagram, you've got x times x equals x squared. So this is because there'll be 100 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter squares inside the 10 millimeter by 10 millimeter square. That's why it's 100 millimeter squared rather than just 100 millimeters. If we're just working out the square of a number, we'd do it like this. So it'd be 10 squared, 10 times 10 it equals 100. So another couple of examples for you. 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is 64. 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is 81. 11 squared is 11 times 11, which is 121. And 12 squared, or 12 times 12, is 144. So what is a square root? So this is the number that when multiplied by itself equals another number. So the square root of x squared is the x. That's what we're looking for when we look for the squared root. So the square root of x squared is x. If x squared is equal to 25, then x equals the square root of 25, which is 5. This is because 5 squared is 5 times 5, which equals 25. Some other examples of square roots for you. Square root of 4 is 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 9 is 3, because 3 times 3, or 3 squared, is 9. Square root of 16 is 4, because 4 times 4, or 4 squared, is 16. Square root of 36 is 6, because 6 times 6, or 6 squared, is 36. Square root of 49 is 7, because 7 times 7, or 7 squared, is 49. Square root of 64 is 8, because 8 times 8, or 8 squared, is 64. The square root of 81 is 9, because 9 times 9, or 9 squared, is 81. And the square root of 100 is 10, because 10 times 10, or 10 squared, is 100. So if we throw negative numbers into the mix, as we know, when we multiply two negatives together, it makes a positive. So if we square a negative number, we're going to multiply it by itself. The outcome is going to be a positive number. So minus 2 times minus 2, or minus 2 squared, is 4. The same as 2 squared, or 2 times 2, is 4. As well as minus 12 times minus 12, or minus 12 squared, gives you 144, which is the same as 12 squared, giving you 144. So, square root and negative numbers. This tells us that the square root of a number has two potential answers. So, square root of 144 is either going to be 12 or negative 12, because both 12 squared and negative 12 squared give you 144. So, this is the same with the square root of any number. So, the square root of 49 could be 7 or negative 7. This also means that there's no square root for negative numbers. This is because that any number that has been squared will give us a positive answer. So whether it's a negative number or a positive number, if it's been squared, the answer will be positive. A few references where I got the image from and where I got some of the information from for you.